Hello, Loy Machedo speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo. Date is 9:54 in the evening, and I just want to finish this video before I go to sleep. I went to watch Star Wars and Star Wars Part 7, The Force Awakens, and I thought, I must best give this review. Now, I went to watch Star Wars at Dero City Center, and I've been waiting for this movie like everyone else for the past, I think, year, ever since the trailer came out, and it was like crazy. I mean, for many of the Star Wars fans, especially like myself, if you have grown up watching Star Wars right from the time Part 4 came out, 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3, I mean, this was a must-watch movie. So the minute I knew that the movie was going to come out, I booked the first ticket, and I saw the booking. Nobody else was there, so booked it. And initially I was very excited. I wanted to wear a red Star Wars gown. I wanted to carry the weapons and all the accessories. I wanted to dress, but eventually, I don't know, something just said as I just wore a shirt and black shorts, which I normally wear for exercise. So I just wore there, and I just wore it, and I went to the theater expecting a very big crowd. I was thinking that people are going to be there, everyone's going to be dressed up like Star Wars, and we're going to see fanatic fans. And so I went there, and to my surprise, I saw nobody. Nobody was there. I was like, okay, maybe I'm a bit too early. And then I spoke to the assistant over there, the person who normally helps you. So they said, yeah, the theater, we are expecting a very big crowd, all the tickets are sold. And I was like, okay, fine, all right, very good. So I'm at the right place. I went in, I could see in the theater hall, the corridors, few people here and there. And I went into the theater, hall number 2. And there I saw nobody. It was just me alone. I was like, okay, nobody's there. Fine, okay. So I went and sat down, and I still had this thought in my head, maybe I'm still come out too early, because 20 minutes before the movie starts. And then finally, around 10 or 15 people crawled in, and I was like, okay, movie started. And I was like, all right, maybe people will come when the movie starts. And then after 2 hours, 16 minutes, movie got over, and these are my views. Okay, first and foremost, the storyline. It kind of reminded me of Part 4. It was very much like Part 4. They had a lot of new characters. There was a new plot. They had this challenge of good versus bad, and finally the climatic fight scene in the end, like all other Star Wars movies. The action scenes were very nicely done. You could actually feel the camera zooming in, zooming out, going where the Star Freighter goes, and most of the actions, the explosions were done with practical effects. I think very little CGI was used, but the camera angles and the movement was absolutely fantastic. Okay, the entertainment value, well, a lot of old memories came flooding back, especially like Han Solo, C-3PO, Chewbacca, R2-D2, all brought back those memories. It was very good. The key feel of the movie was absolutely incredible. I mean, I love the sensitive moments, especially when Kylo Ren, he didn't just show that he was a senseless killer, the main villain, but also showed that he had a motive, he had a reason, and he was not a senseless killer, but someone who really believed what he was doing. It kind of bought in that feel, and I also felt it was pretty powerful when Han Solo was killed. Okay. I love the part that the director ensured, BB-8 was not just introduced, but made sure that he was loved by the audience. And finally, Daisy Ridley, she handled her part to perfection in the key role, because she had the entire movie on her shoulders, and I think she executed it brilliantly. Now, why was I disappointed with the movie? Well, let me tell you why. First, the storyline was nothing but a copy and paste of Part 4, Star Wars A New Hope, because in Part 4 you had the Death Star, you had the Rebellion, and you had these new characters that were being introduced. So you had the same thing in Star Wars 7. This time the Death Star was like much more bigger, 10 times more bigger, and the same story followed. Second one was bad choices for the key role. I mean, Daisy Ridley as Ray was perfect, but then you had even Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron, but Joe Boyega. I mean, he doesn't. I have nothing against him, but he didn't deserve that role. He acted well, but his facial expressions, his look was not that of a someone who should be in the lead role. And Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. Oh my goodness! How can you even put that guy in as a lead villain? He doesn't even look like a villain. The minute he took off his mask, everyone burst out laughing. I was like, look at him with that big honky nose. I was like, what? That guy looks like a clown. For a minute, I thought it was a spoof. Yeah, terrible. How can you destroy a magical moment like that? Especially when you're talking about someone being in the lead role as a villain. Then the magic of George Lucas was not there. I mean, George Lucas would create these epic battle scenes, larger than life, creativity flowing and oozing out. It was just not there. You just had a kind of like feel of a Russian Cold War, of a war, 1945 war between the Imperial troopers and, the rebellion. Then too much dependency on the past. I felt there was too much, of the good feel that was coming out, and people were like trying to relate old memories, but there's nothing that was new there. I didn't feel any new characters were introduced, like creatively, apart from the human element. And lastly, same wine in old wine in a new bottle. For J.J. Abrams, I felt he just tried to play it safe. He didn't take any new risks because he knew he had to shoulder such a massive project, and especially something as amazing as a great franchise, one of the greatest franchise of all time. So I didn't think anything was new or amazing there. So, moment of truth. Personally, I was very disappointed, but the only consolation was knowing that the Star Wars saga is finally coming to an end. I mean, this movie has spanned 30 odd years. Can you actually believe that? And now I think, it's time for this movie to reach an honorable ending and for it to finally close. So overall, I give this movie a 5 out of 10. And frankly speaking, I was very disappointed. I got a headache after watching the movie. I wish... I really wish George Lucas had directed the movie. So anyway, this is my view, and this is what I felt. There's nobody who can direct Star Wars better than George Lucas. That's it. So, Loy from LoyMachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo? Let me know what you think. These are my views on Star Wars. Star Wars 7, The Force Awakens. Goodbye.